week later, they get another shot at taking down a top 20 ACC opponent. We're underway in Pittsburgh, North Carolina. In the blue, taking on Pitt in gold. Tar Heels looking for their 6th straight win in conference play. Panthers looking to get their first ACC victory since January 27th of last year. So this is their final opportunity before the 1-year mark since their last ACC win. As we show you the Panthers starting 5, which consists of 2 freshmen, Marley Washenitz and Avery Strickland, joined by Malia Johnson, Leah-Tu King, and Amber Brown. Leading scorer for the year for the Panthers is Leah-Tu King, averaging 10.7 a game. The junior from Washington, D.C. The freshman Washenitz takes the long-range shot. Strickland tracks down the offensive rebound. And Brienne, might I just say early on here, tremendous uniform matchup tonight. I'm loving this.
I know. Look at these colors. Pretty out here is all I can say. They're very beautiful uniforms.
King with the spin move on the inside and gets the roll off the back rim and in.
Leah-Tu King finishing inside will be a good thing for Pitt to get her going early. Their leading scorer thus far this entire season.
For North Carolina, they're without Eva Hodgson tonight, dealing with a non-COVID illness. Destiny Adams makes her 2nd career start and takes her place in the first 5 for the Tar Heels.
And there's Alyssa Usby on the offensive glass. I'm sure tonight, Jason, will be saying her name a lot as she is so dynamic for this UNC team.
There's a 3-ball from Deja Kelly. Gives North Carolina a 5-2 advantage in her versatility in the open tonight.
Yeah, she is so important to this UNC success. As you see right there, Avery Strickland stepping out and knocking down a 3. Play going with 2 freshmen in the starting lineup, and Avery Strickland and Marley Washenitz.
Usby with an excellent cut through the paint, but well defended by Pittsburgh. Another note for the Panthers, quite an accomplishment for Amber Brown.
Yeah, that's quite impressive for Amber Brown. She has meant so much to this Pitt program over her entire 4-year career here at Pitt.
Got a 7-5 Pittsburgh lead early. Airball 3-point attempt from Adams. Panthers the other way. Washenitz stops on a dime, takes the lefty jump shot. Rebound to Adams.
And that was a great decision by Marley Washenitz. She pushes the tempo. Nobody picked her up. She had a wide open jumper, just unfortunately didn't fall.
Wasting no time, kicks it out to Deshaunette Harris. Pass deflected and taken away by Usby. She's in transition. Nice move down low, but did not finish. Kelly tries again. Got it. Deja Kelly, 8 points in the first 5 minutes for the Heels.
And 2 threes for her early on, Jason. That is not what she usually is going for, is that 3-point shot, but leave her open from behind the arc, and she is deadly.
Kelly just under 30% from beyond the arc on the season. Strickland likes to take the 3, and she hits.
In this zone defense that Pitt is in, we were talking with Courtney Banghart, and she was saying that North Carolina hasn't seen much zone, but tonight that is not really affecting them as they are shooting it very well from outside behind the arc
Tar
to start
Heels
this game.
Happy to hoist the 3-ball all night.
Yeah, that's right. They're taking what the defense is giving them right now. As you see, another opportunity for North Carolina from behind 3 with Deja Kelly. She just unfortunately traveled with it.
Unbelievable career for Courtney Banghart, and not a surprise by any means to see her success in just year 4 here in the ACC at North Carolina.
Yeah, she loves this group, just the way she talks about them, how hard they work, where they've come from. And you look across the board now at the transfer portal, she keeps players. She recruits players that she knows is going to stay in her program because of the culture they have built in North Carolina. And you see the success they've had over the years because of her. It all starts with head coach Courtney Banghart, as she would take none of the credit. She gives it all to her players.
Where people like competing on this women's basketball team and showcases the stability that they have. Deja Harris responding for Pittsburgh and evening the score here at 15. Lots of three balls in this building tonight. Each team with 3 triples apiece.
Yeah, back and forth. Let's see if we can keep this tempo up the entire game. Some great shooting we're seeing here on display as you see Kennedy Todd-Williams on the other end knocks down a 15-foot jumper.
Yeah, really fun game so far. Both teams going back and forth, jab for jab in this first quarter. Harris spinning and finishing. Courtney Banghart said she's most proud of the resilience the team showed after that losing streak, because when you lose, it's hard, and especially when you lose a lot of close games, which this team did. But they responded by winning 5 straight, including 3 against teams in the top 15. And keep in mind, this is in the toughest league in the country. Hayford drives and kicks. Harris, nice dish down low to King. King swatted away by Zelaya, and ultimately a foul called. The Panthers fighting for multiple opportunities.
Alexandra Zelaya is arguing that call in there. She has a big stature inside. Great feed inside. Leah to King gets Alyssa Usby up in the air. However, she does get herself to the free throw line.
Deja Kelly is the leader for North Carolina with 8 points, including 2 3-pointers. She takes the pull-up from the elbow, knocks it down. 10 points in the first quarter for Kelly.
Yeah, that's tough for Pitt. Deja Kelly can be unstoppable, and if she is going this early, watch out for her throughout the whole night.
Hayford uses her speed to give Pitt the lead at the end of the first quarter. Number 15, North Carolina, down by 2. Panthers led by 8 from Leah to King early. Panthers led by 8 from Leah to King, 6 from Avery Strickland. Strickland was battling for that rebound, but ends up with the Tar Heels. Deja Kelly leads all scorers tonight with 10.
Yeah, as you see North Carolina trying to overload that strong side, but Pitt doing a really nice job, scouted them pretty well, seeing what they're doing on the offensive side.
Offensive rebound, second chance basket, Leah to King. With just under 7.5 to go, second quarter. Kelly left open again for 3. Not that time. Usby chased down the rebound, but touched it last. And Brianne, I think he smiled tonight more than he has all season.
He's hoping to smile through all 4 quarters. I can tell you that.
Harris with a shifty athletic move to the cup. Deja Harris with 7 points, giving the Panthers some really quality minutes off the bench.
Yeah, Deja Harris in her senior year. She is looking forward to her first ACC win and to help her teammates get an ACC win, as they are still 0 in the ACC league play.
Hasn't had the year she expected or hoped, but settling into this bench role, especially tonight, a possible upset bid.
She's an excellent free throw shooter. She's not hitting from the floor today. I'm sure she is looking to get those free throws to get her going.
Azeza picks up her second foul.
Yeah, Azeza does give them some nice size inside, especially against these UNC post players. However, her foul trouble does limit her minutes.
There's a 3 for North Carolina from the freshman Paulina Paris. Tar Heels have been struggling a little bit. An errant pass tracked down by Washenitz, but North Carolina takes over quickly on the break. Paris finishes. In a quick 7-0 run in just 55 seconds for North Carolina, gives them a 1-point lead. Harris, pull-up jumper. She is on tonight.
Yeah, Deja Harris is feeling it right now, as she is doing everything she can to keep this Panther team in this ball game right now.
King defending Usby in the post. Outside, Kelly to the corner. Todd-Williams takes the pull-up. Off the mark. Harris doing a little rebounding as well. Gets her first board of the night. She's now 4 of 5 from the field. Outstanding pass to King on the low block, and she's fouled. For Deja Harris and the Panthers in a great position here. 4:57 to go, second quarter.
you hear her communicating out there on the defensive end, really getting her players, her teammates in position to stop this UNC offense.
Panthers force a really tough shot from Paris as the shot clock expires. Just a really sound defensive play there for Pitt.
Yeah, that was a great defensive stance by the Pitt Panthers as they force North Carolina to take a difficult shot, and then they capitalize on the offensive end. If Pitt Panthers can continue to get it done on the defensive end, they can lead into this offense to stay in this basketball game.
Lead now at 4 for Pitt. Usby from downtown silences the crowd.
But the Panthers do get it back on the offensive side. See if they can hold this lead.
Down low, Azaza, strong in for 2.
Burying their post player down inside for opportunity for an and one as she hits.
Using her size to take on Elizabeth Kitley, and tonight making an impact off the bench as many other Panthers have. 16 bench points from Pitt, led by 9 from the senior guard Deja Harris.
Yeah, with a variety of players playing for the Pitt Panthers, that is nice to see. I'm sure Lance White is happy with that, seeing his bench production rise each and every game. Yeah, as you see, North Carolina also switched to a zone defense against this Pitt Panther team.
King with multiple heels on her, dishes out. Malia Johnson. Too strong on the 3. Rebound brought in by Destiny Adams. Dishes out to Kelly. Tar Heels, one of their last 7 from the field here. 5-second difference between shot and game clock.
You see associate head coach Terry Mitchell yelling calls as she is the defensive coordinator of this Pitt Panther team. She is doing everything she can in her power to get the Pitt Panthers in the right spots on the defensive side of the basketball.
And they certainly were. Now they get a chance on the other end. Hayford with her quickness, but off the mark on the layup. However, Pitt Panthers certainly pleased with their first half performance. It's 33-29. The 7-12 Panthers leading the 14-5 Tar Heels.
Look for the Panthers to continue to play inside, outside to get going on the offensive end.
This is a Panthers group that's used 10 players tonight. 5 off the bench, combining for 16 bench points. Only 5 off the bench provided from the Tar Heels. There's a team, North Carolina, that throughout the year has not quite used as much of its bench as the Panthers have. And Pitt is using that to its advantage to get a 4-point lead here in the third quarter tonight. And North Carolina will keep possession. Todd-Williams contact and ruled a block against Pittsburgh.
That seemed like a late whistle. It was almost going to be a no call, but then the official gave it to the UNC Tar Heels. Malia Johnson would have to argue that call.
And another foul called on Pitt, starting to get a little bit lopsided in the fouls category.
And this is something that North Carolina does really well, is get to the free throw line.
122 free throw attempts entering tonight for Deja Kelly, good for 2nd in the conference. Love to see the effort from a freshman. Made a mistake on the offensive side, but hustles back and makes a big play on the defensive end. How did that ball go in for Amber Brown?
Here you see it here. Amber Brown attacks the paint. Nice roll.
4 bounces off the rim, I think. Unbelievable strong finish from Amber Brown. The senior gets that Panther lead back up to 4. The second leading scorer on the season for Pitt. That was just her first field goal of the night. Travel on Alyssa Usby.
Good call by the officials there.
Second turnover on the night for Usby. Tar Heels sticking in the zone. Strickland left open for 3, drills it.
North Carolina zone. They collapse on the defensive end, kick it out to their shooter, and Avery Strickland, and she knocks it down for 3.
And she grabs the rebound on the other end, draws a foul as well. 7th offensive rebound of the night for Pitt. They are rattling this 15th ranked North Carolina team tonight. Inside, King, strong, draws the foul. Leah King, a 65% free throw shooter.
It's Leah King with a mismatch, and Paulina Paris.
Johnson takes a seat with 3 fouls. Otherwise, the Panthers doing okay with foul trouble. Nobody else with more than 2. Washenitz defending Deja Kelly. 5 on the timer. Pass inside to Poole. Beautiful fake. The step through and off the window.
But she is only averaging a little under 6 points per game for this Tar Heel team.
Yeah, part of that tremendous junior class for North Carolina.
She gets herself to the free throw line by attacking the glass and just getting an unfortunate foul against Alyssa Usby.
We talked so much tonight about that 5-game winning streak for North Carolina. They took down number 4 Notre Dame, number 11 NC State, number 13 Duke.
You cannot take a night off in this deep ACC conference. It is extremely hard to play against any team you go up against in the ACC, and Pitt is showing that tonight here against the Tar Heels.
7-point lead for the Panthers. 3-ball Todd-Williams, 2 strong offensive rebound Poole. Second opportunity for Kelly, and nicely done. Strickland steps back, 3-ball in the air. In and out. And Brienne, this place would have gone nuts.
If they can finish out this third quarter on the streak that they have been going thus far, it's going to be an interesting fourth quarter.
Barely made it across the timeline there, trying to prevent that 10-second backcourt violation. Strickland hoists the 3-ball. Rebound hauled in by Kennedy Todd-Williams. The Tar Heels look to have a different energy out of that last timeout.
Yeah, and you can see all over North Carolina's bench the calm confidence that they have in their team. And they are not counting themselves out just yet. However, Marley Washenitz might have something to say about that.
But Deja Harris there to cover for her teammate. They share a high 5 in Pittsburgh with a 5-point lead. Under 4 to go in the third. Harris went to the hardwood, but they call her for the foul. She's now the starting point guard for Pitt. Deja Harris held that position.
She knows Marley Washenitz is a freshman. She has her back.
North Carolina still in zone here. 3.5 to go, third quarter. Pitt struggling recently from the field, one of its last 7. Azaza backing down Usby, kicks outside Harris. 6 to shoot, drives baseline. Great defense by North Carolina, but a little too much contact.
From the Tar Heels, cut her off.
Amber Brown, 77% from the charity stripe. North Carolina with only 20 points since a 19-point first quarter display. This team had 19 in the first quarter. Pitt had 21. Tremendous offensive display from both sides in the first 10 minutes tonight. Been a little bit slower ever since. "16-second difference, shot and game clock. Todd-Williams ends the scoring slump for North Carolina. Panthers can hold for the final shot of the third. Strickland left wide open, lets the 3-ball fly. No good, North Carolina. Chance to even the score at the end of the third. Todd-Williams up and couldn't finish, but a block called against Amy Hayford.
Way too much time for North Carolina to get out in their transition game. They love to play fast. They love to get it up the court. As you see, Kennedy Todd-Williams getting herself to the free throw line.
That has allowed North Carolina to crawl back into this game, and we are tied for one more quick possession here with 3 ticks. Harris will heave from half court, off the mark, and Brienne, this is fun. We've got 10 minutes left to go. A tie game. Panthers trying to upset number 15. Panthers have had success against North Carolina in this building. A 4-1 record all time against the Heels. Here we go. Fourth quarter from the Pete. North Carolina trying to regain the lead. But the Panthers turn him over.
Courtney Banghart is not happy about that pass from her veteran leader, captain Deja Kelly, to Alyssa Usby. Just an unforced turnover by the Tar Heels.
Harris, crossover, step back. Pretty jumper, but too strong. Rebound, Anya Poole. Panthers have led for 21 minutes of this game. North Carolina has led for just over 3 minutes. It's been Pitt, the 0-8 ACC team, largely in control tonight.
And Leah King all over the defensive glass down there. She knows Alyssa Usby is crashing the board. She had a great box out and a great rebound.
Pittsburgh taking its time offensively. They've done a nice job tonight of being patient, waiting for a good look, but that time Malia Johnson throws it away.
As you see down there, North Carolina does an excellent job at hedging the ball screen there, makes it really difficult for Malia Johnson. And then North Carolina capitalizes on the other end. Pitt is going to have to take care of the basketball.
The Tar Heels trying to escape the Petersen Events Center with the victory. King spinning in the paint, contact as she hits the hardwood.
She could have maybe made a better decision by kicking out and getting a better look.
Some pressure defensively from Amy Hayford. Cross court, Todd-Williams reaches up to secure the pass. Kelly with 16 points on the night. Pull-up jumper off the mark. Alyssa Usby the putback.
And there's Alyssa Usby on that weak side offensive glass. She is relentless. She hasn't stopped on the O boards all night. They have to find her in this fourth quarter.
North Carolina stringing together a run here in the fourth, up by 4. Brown drives, almost had the and one opportunity.
They are going to run their offense through Deja Kelly, through Todd-Williams, and then Alyssa Usby be on the unfortunate side of this game.
That trio of juniors for North Carolina has 39 of the team's 48 points on the night. Such an impressive group. All three, as we mentioned earlier, are in the top 10 in the ACC in scoring. 48-45. Todd-Williams dishes to Usby. Now North Carolina can be patient. Paris swings. Todd-Williams, corner three. Lets it fly and lets it go.
And there's one of their big three, Jason. Kennedy Todd-Williams for 3. Great three-point shooter. And there she is again on the defensive end.
Todd-Williams finishes, draws the foul. Banghart has talked about the focus on individual development within the North Carolina program as well. Says you can clearly see the improvement of that junior class since they were freshmen. Deja Kelly, Alyssa Usby, Kennedy Todd-Williams, among others. Still time for Pittsburgh as they try to mount a comeback, but another travel called.
Pitt sticking with that 2-3 zone, not trying to change it up here, trying to stay strong in that zone defense.
Usby drew the foul.
They knew they were struggling those first 3 quarters. They knew they stuck with it. Changed up a little bit on the defensive end to throw the Pitt Panthers off a bit. And then, like I said, I keep saying this, but they are going to their 3 best players to finish this basketball game out.
Usby, Todd-Williams, and Kelly have combined for 47 of the 56 for North Carolina.
And Anya Poole coming off the floor looking like she's hurt a little bit. You hope nothing's seriously wrong over there. Look to see if the Pitt Panthers change it up and show a little pressure full court here.
Daishanette Harris went 0 for 2 at the line. So for the Panthers, things go from bad to worse here in the fourth. North Carolina with a 12-1 scoring advantage in the fourth quarter.
And you see the Panthers now trying to throw some traps at North Carolina. But Alyssa Ostby's so tough with the basketball.
After having a relatively quiet night throughout the first three quarters. Todd-Williams thought about the three perhaps, but North Carolina certainly in no hurry. Up by 11. Kelly's three ball is good.
Calm, cool, and collected is Deja Kelly.
Todd-Williams picks up the ball for UNC. They forced the turnover. Kennedy Todd-Williams converts.
And 6 straight wins in the ACC would be the best the Tar Heels have had since 2013. And that was before Courtney Banghart.
She has completely transformed this North Carolina program. As Kelly drives in a soft rim. Beautiful touch from Deja Kelly. Harris with a crafty finish.
Yeah, that's right, Jason, as they've already played Duke, NC State. They will have Duke again. However, they have, but you never know in this ACC. And then they have a tough one at Louisville. But then Syracuse and Boston College, 2 teams, 4 out of the, well, all 5 of those teams not ranked in the top 25.
And with those 5 next games all being against unranked opponents, North Carolina with a chance to extend that winning streak even more as they dig into ACC play. Daishanette Harris still fighting. And unfortunately for Pitt, it's a continuation of the story we showed you in the open on the Panthers. Mentioned 19 points in the fourth from North Carolina. All 19 have come from Ostby, Todd-Williams, and Deja Kelly. The ultimate players coach still speaking with her players, up 13 in the fourth. And Brianne, it's sometimes funny to think. Now, the soccer coach at Dartmouth left to go to Stanford. So Courtney Banghart called the basketball coach at Dartmouth and said, hey, I've always loved basketball a little bit more. What do you say I come play hoops at Dartmouth instead? So she went and did that, became a 2-time Ivy League first-team player, and the rest is history. It's been hoops ever since for Courtney Banghart.
Yeah, the rest is history. That's right, Jason. And I'm sure North Carolina Tar Heels are so grateful and thankful that she chose the route of basketball rather than soccer, and I'm sure her players are too. As like we have mentioned, she is quite the players coach. The culture she has at North Carolina is very, very special, and they are going to do some work down here in the ACC the rest of the year this year as they all stay together. This junior squad, they can do some damage in the ACC this year. It is absolutely true. I was talking with assistant coach Etora Coleman, who actually coached me at Penn State in college, and she just preached the culture that they have built at North Carolina and what Courtney Banghart is doing, and these players are buying in, but they really love each other and they play for one another, and you can see that, and you especially saw that here in the fourth quarter down the stretch. Quite impressive.
Consecutive, too. She didn't miss any in that stretch.
North Carolina finishing this game out with their starting lineup, minus Paulina Paris out there.
It's a Tar Heel team that will improve to 15-5 and 6-3 in the ACC. And wow, have they come a long way since being 0-3 to start their conference slate. So, Brianne, the Panthers didn't make it easy, but North Carolina escapes here on the road with a 72-57 victory.
Yeah, that's right. North Carolina just owned that fourth quarter.